Alright, I'm back. Finally. 15 minutes. A regular break. You know, those big ass 30-minute ones that I take when I stream earlier in the day. But that's, it's a lunch break. What can I say? Alright, let's continue, shall we? Oh, for fuck's sake. Unable to teleport at this time. Why? Because you're sitting your fat ass down. Get up, fool! That's what the game should say. And I'd just be like, damn. I need to go that far. Jesus. Still no sign of Thancred. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Did you have something to say? Um, pretty high strung right now, aren't you? Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Leon, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then. To more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. Okay. Let us pray that someone will be willing to speak with us about the Resistance. When we were free. Alpino? So, to review. We were reliably informed that members of the Alamegan Resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the Resistance's movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Leon, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Alize and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Okay. Sure. Sure, buddy. Second, I'm looking at something. Okay. Bring this back up. There we go. You alright, buddy? Eh? The Resistance? Damned if I know. Not as if I'd be of any use to him. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you. But I'm too old for the masked bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. So the vibe here is quite hopeless, basically. What about you? Do not mind her. It's not that she hates you, she hates everyone. Oh. Siegfried? Who's he talking about? Ah, let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few Uldons to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. True enough. What the fuck was he talking about? Whatever. Certainly not that dude. Talbot? I see you there going around asking questions. Looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems there's a talk of little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm good. Almost sneezed. Well, that was easier than expected. There's not a soul here who isn't eager to talk about our masked friends. I don't think they're referring to the same masked friends we're looking for, though. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance. The Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead. Shall we? Okay. Sure. To hear people speak of him, the Griffin sounds like a man in his middle years. But if that's the case, just what has he been playing at for the past 2 decades? If he's so devoted to the cause, why has he waited until now to do something about it? Unless, of course, he hasn't. Naught would please me more than to be wrong about all of this. Why? What's going on in your head, Alfino? What are you suspicious of? Much as it pleases me to see you again, Leon, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. That's true, actually. Excuse me? The Griffin? Aye, I know of him, as do we all. Excuse me again. He and his masks have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions. You were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Okay. Whatever could be keeping him? If he's taken the scenic route, leaving us to do all the hard work, I shall treat him to a piece of my mind. You tell him. You tell him, Alize. Men who can inspire such fervor in their followers are destined to shape the world. In what manner, however, is not always clear. But it's too late. The young ones were led astray once. Help us ensure that it never happens again. For their sake. And for Wilred's. Poor Wilred. He didn't deserve to go out like that in his prime. On his very first assignment. Eager to help the world as he was. Shit's fucked up. Flew right over the beast tribe encampment for what's it called? The Amalja. Has it begun already? Already? I hear voices coming from within. Why, what's going on? A speech?
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Ala Mhigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Ala Mhigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Ala Mhigan standard raised over the mountains of Gyr Abania once more!
That's one hell of a speech. You're right.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Wait, is that...
What are you two doing here?
Shit, we could say the same about you. What the fuck?
I could ask you the same thing.
Thank you.
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Yeah, delivering speeches like that, you'll get people riled up, alright. Of all the places to meet, it has to be fate. Yeah. Seriously. Mayhap it is my imagination, but you seem rather more rugged and world-weary than when last we spoke. Yeah, I've been through a lot more shit, dude. You're right about that. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you! Though it was pretty obvious you and Leon would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me. What exactly have you two been doing all this time? Good question. What the fuck have you been up to? We're paying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Ala Mhigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operation for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves and that General Raban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. Yeah, we didn't get shit, dude. We didn't get no letters. Damn Moogle's slacking off. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. Oh, that sounds about right. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I think he just doubts we're going to give it, that's the thing. Because of our close ties to the Alliance. That's why. The Alliance which he criticized just now. Ah, I should say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator. And a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. What? Not as if I'm making all of you wear one. And mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Sure, Ida. Sure. I will admit for a minute there, I was like, why are they staring at her like that? I'm just so used to her wearing the mask that, yeah, I hadn't thought of the irony of what she was saying. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the... to get a better sense of the man. She's afraid of the hypocrisy now, huh? For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Potential Ascian involvement? Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin... Well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The masks have made many such claims of late. I confess I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us? Of course, why not? You guys are homies, man. Welcome back to the fold. Didn't expect to run into him like this. So nonchalantly. In retrospect, their tale is not so surprising. We had reason to believe that they had escaped with the aid of Ala Mhigan refugees, after all. Still, Tatara will be delighted to hear we have been reunited, once we have attended to matters here, of course. Do you honestly think he's planning to liberate Ala Mhigo with the help of a primal? I mean, could he really be that stupid? I mean, fanaticism and fervor will do that. Patriotic, religious, or otherwise. Honorable heroes. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon Primal, We must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the mask's plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alfino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade, until we have him cornered at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Tailbot, sorry. And to have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for a good measure. Any questions? Well, I guess, yeah, sounds good. It all seems simple enough, thank you. And with that, Leon, let us be off. Yep, time to go dress up like, what do you say? Adventurers falling on hard times, right? Poor homeless dudes, I guess. Tailbot has an assortment of affordable clothing which he sells to the refugees. The sum in that sack should more than suffice. But if it and my name are not enough to secure his cooperation, pay him double. I shall see that you are recompensed. Okay. Our identities will be revealed, but it can't be helped. We don't have time for a cleverer approach. Good enough, I guess. Alright. What's up, Alfie? Well, don't look at me. You're the one with the sack of gil. You do have the sack of gil, don't you? Yeah, relax. I got it right here, dude. Hey? You want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. How's this for a motivator? A heavy leather pouch entrusted to you by Papalimo. Not all problems can be solved with a fistful of gil. For the rest, one must needs resort to a sack. Well said. Well, you're the ones with the gil, and seen as you're friends of Papalimo. There. Tunic and slops for the both of you, tailored and, treated to your tastes. Now off with you, before someone sees us together. And we got a weathered shepherd's tunic, and a pair of weathered shepherd's slops, just like before. Reminds me of when I was spending time with Thancred back in the Realm Reborn, hunting down the people who would bring about Ifrit into the world. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change and see you at the spot Papalimo marked on our maps. See you there. See, it's just north of here. Still have the old pair from way back in Realm Reborn. Look at that. Okay. And then t-shirt? I mean, no. Top and then bottom. There we go. That gunblade is a little too shiny and polished. Not gonna believe I'm poor as hell if I'm shining, fucking brandishing that around. Or waving that around. But this should be enough. Never mind the whip. Yep. An adventurer fallen on hard times, alright. Riding in style like this. Yep. Totally believable. We got this. Well, look at us! A pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game. Yeah.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Oh shit! He's letting it all out now. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, buddy.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot.
You're busted,
You are
asshole.
right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Ala Mhigan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Ala Mhigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Ala Mhigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
Yes, so quietly and calmly.
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the Beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
So what if I am?
Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
Holy shit, it's that guy.
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
That look of, well, I didn't save you so you could do this shit. Reckless behavior.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Poor Edith. He really cares about Alamigo too. Otherwise she wouldn't have contemplated his words so much. The Griffins, I mean. The quarry mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me. You cannot be expected to recall every name and face. And besides, it is not as if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present. How you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Leon. We must find and secure those crystals. This is no time for looking back. Well, you said it, I guess. One life for one world. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amalja. We must apprise Alize of all we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I have changed. You and me both. Won't do to keep wearing these rags. There we go. There we go. And now, final touch. The whip! Oh, shit! Alright, let's get the hell out of here. The Batmobile. It's kind of what it reminded me in that moment. Kept you waiting, eh? My apologies. That's alright, it's whatever. We kept busy. Ah, that's much better. Subterfuge was never my strong suit. You are prepared for battle then? As ready as I'll ever be, yeah. No, I think I There we go. Okay. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could... Oh shit! I forgot... I forgot the auto-text advance. Yeah, let me see what she said. Thank you, PS5. And PS4 can do this too. The hell did she just say? Okay, so she said, now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings? Okay, that's all we missed. Cool. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Ida and Papalymo were here all along? Well, Y'shtola will be relieved, and also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. Yeah! They didn't even tell us anything. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amalja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. That determined look. So they go forth in accordance with the Griffin's plan. Really? We're playing right into his hands, huh? The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized. Or never shall we know its like again. goes. What chance is he speaking of, I wonder? All seems calm here. Is it possible that we've been deceived? You'd think there would be more obvious signs that something was afoot. But if anything, the place seems quieter than I remember it. I have a bad feeling about this. Just have a couple guards over here and that's it. Well, I guess we gotta charge in there eventually, right? I confess, I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions. Not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. Or the Bowl of Embers, sorry. I always say bowl for some reason, even though it's bowl. We must be ready it's probably because I'm thinking of the Bowels of Hell or something, some quote from a different video game I heard. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Upon proceeding to the Bowl of Embers, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. That sounds familiar. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, here we are, our old stomping grounds against the Freet.
This isn't right.
Oh shit.
The Amalj'aa would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the Warrior of Light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange! Wouldn't you agree?
Oh shit!
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
It's like summoning a fucking Pokemon.
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
That's fucked up.
Alisaie!
Did I not tell you, Alphinaud? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Oh shit!
As Eorzea's blade of light once stood by my side, now I shall stand at his, and defend this realm with all my might!
That's a hell of a fancy new job class change there. You go, girl. Let's do this shit.
Finish this.
Almost a jinx. I said let's do this shit, he said let's finish this. Close enough. Bring it on, asshole. Alright. Who's first? We've come too far. Sacrificed too much to stop now. You think you are the only ones to know sorrow? Oh, he's invulnerable. Oh, I see. I gotta take you out first, don't I? Shit! No, no! We will not be denied so easily. What the hell is going on? This came back to life! Is this the power of the Echo? The Warriors of Darkness call upon the power of the Echo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure then. Shit. I can take it, he says. Fuck that. You're going down. Or not. Again they rise. Have these warriors no limits? I don't have to read that one out loud. Ah! Oh, this is some old bullshit. God damn it, I can't break free! You and me both. They got all of us. It ends now.
It ends now.
Was wondering if he was gonna say anything.
What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Urianger!
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
Nice. Nice paradox, I like it.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
Man, we finally get to see his face.
By thy leave.
Even odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them!
Sounds like a plan. Let's fucking do this. Trying to beat us our own game. Ha! You'll get it, Alize, don't worry. Go to her, Leon. We will deal with the others. Okay. I've given her all I can. The rest is up to you. You heard the man. Leave the fighting to us. Take the aggro from this guy. Alright. Hurry, Leon. Give me your ether. I'm going. There. Alize's blade shines brighter as it absorbs your ether. The ether. It's not enough! Really? Caution, Leon. You mustn't channel so much at once. You didn't tell me that before. Jesus. Now, Blame Hearts. Kill him while he's weak. I've been waiting for this. She's vulnerable. Unto her blade we render our ether, that fortune may favor us this day. Oh, looks like I got work to do. You guys won't let me though. I gotta interrupt it. Quick, one of you guys, take them. Of course that didn't work. Now. Here you go, Alize. Alize's blade shines even brighter as it absorbs your ether. Good. I'm getting back up. This has gone on long enough. Jermel, kill the girl! Leon, the ranger, you must stop her! Alright. You won't get away this time. Over my dead body. He voiced that himself, even though you couldn't hear it through all this chaos. But we're so close. You and what army? Holy shit. Damn you! Fuck you too. Ah, fuck, he got up too fast. I'm gonna get this fool off me. We'll hold the line, Leon, but you must. You must. Okay, thank you for getting him off me. Alize's blade is blinding in its radiance. That's it. That's it. We've got them.
'Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
Do it, Alize. Holy shit.
Not like this.
Not like this, he says.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it.
Our friend is too stubborn to die.
Tell him, Thancred.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
A fucking smirk.
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Bit more like mine, actually.
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait!
You gotta clean your axe, bro. Just saying. Covered in blood.
Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders, and bid us fight for all that was good and right.
It's not too different from my own story.
We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must arise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
To have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louisoix, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
Okay. The only thing that can combat theirs, I guess. That seems to be logical. Against 5, did it work?
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
I'm familiar with this place, they're not.
Mother Hydaelyn, hearken unto your children's plea. From 2 worlds do we gather, and from 2 worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the First's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Hydalin's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
Oh, that happened. That was, quite a bit to take in. Speak thy mind. I do not expect thy forgiveness. Though things did not unfold as perhaps... I mean to say, I truly believe that she... Forgive me. I should not have spoken. It is not my place. I guess Alize feels that way because she hardly interacted with Minfilia at all. In fact to say, this is the only time they ever met in person. It seems we are in southern Thanalan again. Minfilia is doing, no doubt. The 12 speed her on her way. And the Warriors of Darkness, too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the First, would they not... Mayhap that was their wish. We should talk about what to do next. An ending to mark a new beginning. Forgive me. My thoughts were elsewhere. And this when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Zaharak and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. Especially when you're an expert at being a ninja. Right now. Stealth expert. But Tancred, you don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. He needs time alone, basically, to think about everything that just happened. Especially Minfilia leaving us. I should go and find Ida and Papalima. They must have finished searching the Mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You too? You must be tired, Leon. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuit? When I saw you meeting with that Warrior of Darkness and the Ascian in white at the Great Library. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, that you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your action, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Leon, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, Warrior of Light. I'll see you guys there. I would have expected so much to happen here, right? Underneath all these stars, too. Underneath a half moon. So there's a little glitch with PS5 that I've noticed where the music, the background music sometimes just doesn't activate. In that case, it was very convenient because it actually kind of helped the dead silence, the lack of background music, kind of actually helped set the mood for that last bit of dialogue we just saw, didn't it? still silent. The music seems to only be playing at the sanctuaries when I was by the Aetheryte just now. I have yet to tell them what happened in Zaharak. I thought it best to do so together. Yeah. Ah, there you are! We finished our search, in case you were wondering. So did we. Well met, Leon. Alfino said you would be joining us. So it seemed the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the mass camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? About that. Actually... hell of a story to tell him. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it. It's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. It was bittersweet, aye, but also... affirming. They didn't get that chance, though. Alfino, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives. And I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them. Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Which I think her voice actress was doing the Lalafell for the Warriors of Darkness, by the way. Sounded like it. Tataru's voice actress. Ida? Ida! Rolger be praised, it is you! Oh. Ida, alive and standing here before me, in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now, has it really been so long you don't remember me? It's Gundabald. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us on our separate ways. But the Resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission. Until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry, we were still the Circle of Knowing back then, right? Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and, as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know I've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me. And there she goes, fast as shit. Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Hells take me for giving you that mask. Shit. You sound serious. Oh, it's sitting in the back of my inventory. Oh, this won't even work as a gunbreaker. Nope. I'll pop that open off stream and get rid of whatever comes out of it. Forgot I probably just shouldn't have picked up the... Excuse me. I'm gonna say, I forgot I probably should not have just picked up the damn treasure from that Titan battle, but... Hey, how are you guys doing? Many of our number are still out in the field, but I believe Ilshur's party should be returning shortly. I'm sure they will. Huzzah! Have you heard, Leon? Ida and Papalimo are returned! We have not had a chance to speak, but the mere sight of them was enough to raise our spirits! Huzzah! Yeah, I'm aware, I'm aware. Glad to see you so happy. I'm in. You needn't say a word, Leon. I know. I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. Right. I was about to say, holy shit, we got some really bad news to break to her, but... well, she knows. When you think about it, we have accomplished quite a lot in recent days, have we not? Excuse me. Though there are, of course, some few regrets for missed opportunities. A pity we were unable to deal with Ilberd and the Braves once and for all, for example. Right. Wonder whatever happened to that guy. Where's he been? Aside from being in hiding, that is. Alfina? Welcome home, Leon. I trust your journey was uneventful. We will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here. We can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Ishtola and Kryl and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. True enough, yeah. Everyone's back together again.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Minbreda.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
She sounds so fucking nervous.
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable. And we've always got him to keep us from bickering.
Damn straight, I'll keep you in check.
But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Same question Emmerich asked me. Well, being with you lot isn't so bad, I guess. I'll find my answer someday. In the meantime, I guess I'll stick around. A new adventure, what else? The road goes ever on. To strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. My resolve. Let's do it, guys.
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Damn, that was a good scene. Very good character and relationship development between characters there. Like I've never felt more a part of the group, and just you get the feeling that everyone just has a newfound sense of solidarity with each other, you know? It was very profound. That was a good scene. And holy shit, now we got a lot of people to talk to. Fuck. Okay, we'll start with you. Okay, same thing as before. Start with the lesser characters. You said the same thing. Oh, you're back. Clement? Trouble in paradise, eh? Oh no, Clemens, what did you do? What's going on? All these little mistakes are beginning to add up, Einor. You must try harder to remain focused. I'm doing my best, though, sure I am. I just can't seem to clear my mind. I keep thinking about you, and your brother, and me. Oh my god. Yeah. Still thinking about that threesome she wants to have with... if they didn't already have it. Oh, and you're delighted by this, aren't you? She's like Troll in Paradise, eh? God, why do you dislike your sister having her fun and doing things her own way with her relationships so much? Let her be. Jesus. She'd be happy for her. She's a girl who knows what she wants. Pardon, a woman who knows what she wants. What about Speaking of, he's thinking about you too, buddy. Oh, do not think I will be bested so easily again. When my competition with Lady Ida has ended, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall crown a new champion of the squat. Really? A squat competition? What is this, FF7? It's passing strange to think that we may never see Lady Minfilia again. After witnessing so many of our missing comrades return to us, I dared to hope that she might one day do the same. Yeah, it is a feels bad, man. As agreed, we shall spend the coming moons conducting our own independent research. Should you have need of our services, however, you are of course welcome to seek us out. Okay. It would seem that I'm a scion, then. Some derive comfort from such titles, but I cannot say that I feel any different from before. Well, we have a twinge of pride. Welcome to the fold, Ryle. Ida? Same as it ever was. Well, she got back into her normal clothing, I guess. I guess it's not too different from what we found her with, but it was all dirty and battered, of course. And you guys? I have Sir Emmerich's assurances that the Temple Knights will henceforth keep a close eye on the Ishgardian crystal trade. Oh, and he extends his deepest apologies for your dinner having been cut short. Courteous fellow, isn't he? You would never guess he was a politician. That's true. But he's actually one of the good guys. One of the few noble ones out there. It may be argued that the great sundering of the source was an aberration, and the existence of the 10 and 3 reflections an offense to the natural order. That's what the Ascians seem to think, yeah. That, most assuredly, is the Ascians' belief. Thank you. It was in the hope of opening mine eyes to said revelation that they first came unto me, imagining it sufficient to secure mine allegiance. Nor would they have been mistaken, were my heart a temple to truth alone. But as a devoted follower of Master Louisoix's teachings, and for the love I bear him and his, I hearkened not to their words. Lucky for us, eh? Otherwise I'd probably be dead right now. I suppose I should not be surprised. With everyone standing in a circle delivering grand proclamations about their future endeavors, she naturally felt obliged to make up one of her own. Ooh, Edith? Damn, Pampalima does not let up on her, does he? It's official then. Gods, I hope I don't regret this. Leave it to me, Leon. I'll make sure she's properly introduced to everyone. Yeah, Ryle's not the only new scion. Alisaie too. But she's, nervous and hesitant to join any kind of organization. Even if it's a small one like ours. Alfina, should take on this. Look at them, Leon. The scions of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome, all of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together. Indeed we will, Alfie. Indeed we will. And that is the end of 3.4. But of course there's always a post scene when you finish the last quest. Something to leave you on a cliffhanger for the next patch.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life...
I like that Alisaie got to meet the, the characters.
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
Seems rather sudden, but okay. I guess, why not? Here you go, buddy.
Thank you. I shall guard it well. There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted, then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a surfeit of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. Oh shit. He's gonna follow Minfilia to the first then. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Fucking knew it! Even my first time through, I called it. I was like, they should not have thrown those fucking eyeballs into that frozen abyss. They should have destroyed them. The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. Fucking Chaos Bringers, am I right? Ascians. Ever the manipulated folk. Enablers of violence and destruction. Hard to know flats? Where the PvP stuff happens? Omega is stored? So it was here all along. Oh, look who it is! Cypher Soares, eh? Haven't seen him since Crystal Tower. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are gonna have so much fun. What a surprise. He's got his eyes set on Omega. First Lolorito into Leggiato Leggi, now this guy. Of course. And, well, that's it. For now, anyway. That's 3.4. The next MSQ, right over there, Tidings from Giribania, is 3.5. The last patch before the next expansion. We're almost there, folks. We're almost there. And yeah, obviously all the NPCs now have new things to say. Once they add in the new patch, which is, at this point, they all have Is that a squirrel sitting on the desk next to Thancred? Well, that's gonna be my cliffhanger, because I was thinking about whether I should go talk to them now or just go to bed and go talk to all the NPCs tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do that, because it is late, I gotta go to bed. But now I'm very intrigued to hear the story about that little squirrel over there next to Thancred. The fuck is going on? But yeah. Like I said, that'll be for tomorrow, so a little bit of a cliffhanger, I guess. And I guess we'll go find out how Alisaie takes to the, you know, the Kuma group over there. You know, that group of people over there, the Boulders and that chick and their sister. But until then. So, for now, as always, that's it for me. Thank you very much, folks, to all of you who came by to watch in person. Give me some company. Aiden Lorcan, Crimson Arrival, thank you very much. And, for all of you watching in the future, I appreciate your support very much as well, on both YouTube and Twitch. And, as always, please take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe out there. And until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. I was thinking if I just had one more thing to say. No, I'm good.